Hi friends, welcome to TheProDrummer.com Quick Hits. I'm Vince from TheProDrummer.com. You can find me on the web at TheProDrummer, on Instagram, Vince at TheProDrummer.com, or www.TheProDrummer.com. In this series, I'm going to be teaching you some tips and tricks that will make you more musical, more creative, and give you a better handle on the drums than ever before. Today, we're going to be learning about the power of subdividing. Super exciting lesson for you. Let's go. I freaking love subdividing. It helps. It's awesome. It is one of the most revolutionary things you will learn. It's something that's fairly simple and can be obvious, but most people don't do it. Don't forget to do it. This is freaking great. Let's get into it. Okay, so what is subdividing? All subdividing is breaking down beats and measures into smaller parts so you know where each of the counts are. For example, maybe we're playing a quarter note groove, but it's kind of slow. We can play a quarter note groove, yet count a higher rate note, such as eighth notes. Playing quarter notes, count eighth notes. Playing quarter notes, count 16th notes. We can count triplets. We can count quintuplets. Any note that's smaller than the note that you're playing is subdividing the beat. Sometimes we'll play those subdivisions. Sometimes we'll just count them. Let me show you what I mean. So what I'm going to do is play a fairly slow groove. It's going to be a quarter note groove. And this is how most people will play it, will count it. This is going to be the groove. So most people, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that, but let's get it a little more solid. Sometimes when we're playing a groove that is that slow and there's that much space in between the beats, it's easy to rush or to drag or to not know exactly where they should land. Subdividing will help you immensely. So let's do the same thing, but I'm going to play the same thing. Instead of counting quarter notes and just counting what I'm playing, I'm going to subdivide and count 16th notes like this. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. When I was playing that, I was so much more comfortable. I knew exactly where the beats would land. I knew where all the subdivisions were, E, and my tempo didn't fluctuate. It's much less likely to fluctuate if you're subdividing. Let's take it a step further. If we're playing a fill around the drums, if we're playing just a basic 16th note fill, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1, it's kind of easy to know where those beats are. 1 E and a, we're playing them. If we're not playing all of them, say I'm just playing quarter notes, same thing. You want to keep track of those 16th notes. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a, okay? That really helps. Let me do that. I'll play a few fills where I'm adding a lot of space in between them, but I'm going to keep counting so you can really feel and hear that subdivision. Okay. 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 the 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 4 E and a 1. So you could see there was a lot of space in between those hits, but I didn't fluctuate tempo. I didn't speed up or slow down. It didn't feel like there was any space in between there because I was counting it. I was taking what is just kind of lying in the ether there, making it physical and making it audible. Counting, moving our lips. The more we move, the more we, well, not necessarily the more we move, but the more we make things that you wouldn't necessarily hear, things that you just need to feel, quote unquote, the more we make them tangible, the easier it will be. I'd just like to take a quick minute to thank you for watching this videos and some of the other videos that I've put out. If you find this content useful, helpful, or informational, please subscribe to this channel and share it with a friend. That helps me more than you could know. Seeing as how this is basically a brand new channel, I'm just starting to put up educational content. The more you like, the more you subscribe, and the more you comment down below, the more that will help me. Thank you so much. And as always, if you need any one-on-one instruction, feel free to reach out. Let's get back to the video. Let's take this one step further. I'm going to play a little faster. Maybe 16th notes will be about here. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a... Okay. Some people also like to do this where, and I'll do this once in a while too, instead of actually counting 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a still subdivide those beats, but you can use a different sound, maybe like a shaker, chaka chaka chaka, or daka 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 daka, something more staccato, baka 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 baka, anything you want. If that helps you, that's also a great thing to do. Just make sure while you're saying chaka chaka or daka daka or baka baka or whatever it is, you're still counting 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a... Okay, let's do it. I will vocalize kind of what I'm hearing in my head so you can join along. Okay. 1 E and a 2 E and a daka 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 daka. Okay, whatever the sound is, get comfortable with it. You're going to have to take a lot of breaths, just like counting. You'll have to take some breaths in there. Try and keep the timing going when you're breathing in, though. Hopefully that helps. This, and it doesn't matter, again, with this, it doesn't matter what time signature you're in. Tempo, to a certain extent, it's a little easier at slower tempos, but it can be done at faster tempos, too. It doesn't matter if there's huge gaps, no gaps. This will immensely help your drumming and your timekeeping. It's like going into a dark room, not knowing where anything is, turning on a flashlight, and then being able to see all the objects in the room. Just because we're not touching them or grabbing them, we still know where they are. Just because we're not playing every beat doesn't mean we don't know where they are now. This is, I can't express to you how immensely helpful this will be if you get it under your belt. So just try that. Play some grooves, play some fills, play a solo while counting, subdividing out loud. I'll give you a little example. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and 3 E and a 4 E and 1 E and a 2 E and 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1. Okay, so whatever it is, take it slow and try and play that for an extended period of time. See if you can set a timer to 3 minutes, to 5 minutes, to 10 minutes, and play without without stopping the counting. I mean, you'll have rests in there, but without stopping the counting whole time through. Again, you'll have to take some breaths in, get comfortable with that. But yeah, again, this is going to be just so helpful for all of you, and I'm really excited for you to go home and try that. Please let me know your thoughts on this. If it works, if it doesn't work, if it needs further clarification, let me know. Drop a comment. If you love it, let me know. If you absolutely hate it and want me to shut the hell up, you could say that too. I don't care. Whatever the comment is, it's helpful. Thank you. If you'd like some more personalized one-on-one attention, feel free to reach out to me. You can hit me up at vince@theprodrummer.com, at TheProDrummer on Instagram, or visit my website, www.theprodrummer.com. Look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Take care.